Might as well be in chapter 12 where he says, don't act as if anarchy isn't law. And it's all in the same context. You're saying that a prophet could add salt to some dishes and have it not. And I'm not saying exactly that like it in the same way as I believe in church and it's in law and not in the general sense of it. And he traces back to the actions and the Khmer and knows that it's something new, well seated in a different kind of opinion about the notorious Shah. And it's a different attitude altogether. And I believe that there's a different interpretation behind it and the fears and come on. And it's a deeper link into the weird is this interpretation as long as it excludes others and gods and they're not in this interpretation. And I don't think that we have to accept mine because we set in a rotation and I'm very open and wide and it might cost me my salvation. And I think I understand this. And in Islam, it's any epidemic. He's kind of believing that it can cost you your salvation. And it isn't something that's new, developed through Christianity. It's doing it. Go ahead, say it again. Notorious. Religion says that if you don't believe that this new common is a material synagogue, then it's and it's in the Six Commandments, secret things that are forgotten throughout the years, and it's what seems to be allowed into the Torah and the devout. They sat in a grot doing whatever they're following, and it never says dig it up. Try to interpret things as they are. It never says I'm an original builder. And it's saying that God is allowed doing it on his behalf and as anyone and anything in this standard natural to them. And it's developed through this, I believe in the salvation issue. That's for sure. And I'm in agreement with you that it's inconspicuous. And that one thing that I said in the Torah is a fundamental disagreement on the establishment. And I'm literally illiterate Jack Sparrow. And having a conversation not that long ago about dozens of sparrows. And Mizrahi. And Tolwer. And Toller. Absolutely. He's stuck it up. And said it again. Mentioned it loud. So the rabbis do this, and the Kalaha, and prohibited Mazal. Yeah, while selling Rolexes at higher costs and prices, antiques and notions, and knows that the Torah is embedded in there. And it appears twice to me. Loki said that Tigways are hit repair, and you better say the no. To say what you need to say when you need to say it. Right there. So there's something justifying the score, and I need to see it. Because I live in Cleasters. And it's clear the guidance is given to male and to female for a reason. Happens the two of those together, meant to be together. And you need to box yourself into the Christian only. Because it makes you in that famous saying, Wells bore to dare. Literally. That a female shall not lie with a female. It's clearly implied in there through the Torah. And it needs to be interpreted and applied through the revolution of succinct tits and bits and pieces. And we never expect to walk around of the Torah missionaries knocking on doors in Africa, connecting to the Shabbat, and having a consensus on this Torah speak. And I can't say that the reason is not obvious. It makes no sense to pull it up. and to prophesize it under the standard, and saying this is not allowed in this perspective, adding to the Schola. And that would be the responsible thing to do instead of saying, no, adamantly, I don't see the Messiah. I see Muhammad in the Torah. And that's dangerous because it's acting all of it out. And it's not the same thing at all. We have that thing in other places. Impactful and running on the digital understanding of their passages and God didn't speak. And I'm sorry, two females are too much on the coordination. And what if someone doesn't like it and she stands with the Torah and or low? I'm just venturing in there. And I'm really adding to that law and adding more code. And riding the dragon until it can't fly anymore. There's one passage here and only a bit. Gotta do it. I believe that the Torah call and Torah speaks about multiple places and that God is the God of the dead, the grateful dead. These people have lived a very straight and narrow path. And our art only speaks in that way because he knows that he knows and she knows and they know. Well, it's not because it's for.